Oh, I'm so fired up right now. Like, my heart is beating so fast and I felt my blood pressure rise. I just had Easter morning breakfast with some friends and their mom is a boomer. I'm like literally like my heart is racing because hearing the perspective of the baby boomers, she's almost 70, and talking about our generation, it was very hard to not take a plate and smash her face in it because their perception of us and that we just don't want to work. So she works at a grocery store and she's saying we can't get these shipments in because the workers don't want to do the deliveries. Nobody wants to drive trucks anymore. And I'm just like, well, nobody wants to drive trucks because it's just not worth it. And she was like, well, truck drivers get paid well. And I said, yes. And in turn, they don't have a personal life. They don't have a family life. They have to work 3 to almost 4 weeks out of the month, pretty much, and travel all the time and be in a truck by themselves and never have time for themselves or their family or their kids. Before that, she was talking about, like the cost of living kind of thing. And we asked like, well, how much did you make in 1990, in the 90s? Let's assume you made like 90K, which she would have because of her career and what she was doing back then. Okay, so we did the math, and in the 90s, 90K is equivalent to 200K now, except for the cost of living is way more than it was back then. Not to include inflation, gas prices. If you have kids, you need daycare because two incomes you need two incomes to survive. You can't just have one income surviving anymore, which is funny because she had just said, oh no, but I remember in the 90s, we were surviving off just my income because, her ex-husband lost his job. I'm like, wow, must be nice because we can't do that. So it got to the point where she kept trying to combat us with everything that we were saying. And I just lost my shit. And I was like, nobody wants to work anymore because we are realizing that we are putting our personal needs and our family in the back burner for a fucking paycheck, and the paycheck isn't enough to survive off of. So why the fuck are we gonna slave away for a fucking paycheck that gives us nothing? It gets us nowhere. So until your generation wakes the fuck up and realizes that the elite, that the 1% is making humanity a slave race, it's literally the elite, the 1%, want to make humanity slaves. That is all that they are going for. That is why all of this is happening right now. And I'm gonna get into what the 1% is. And if you haven't watched Inside Job on Netflix, fucking go watch it right now. Binge it right now. It will tell you the truth about everything that is going on and who is that 1% and who are the elites. And you might think that it's crazy and you might think that it's a conspiracy theory because the show is about all conspiracy theories being true. But guess what? Every fucking conspiracy theory has truth to it. Until everybody wakes the fuck up, we're gonna keep repeating the cycle. Wake up!